when you reflect back, we were influenced and our thoughts were influenced by the way we raised up. It's all about the questions, the quality of the questions that we ask ourselves. People that they have greatness inside them, great experience, and they're stuck somewhere in their life. I want to help them. And my mission is unleashing the human greatness to its utmost potential.
Gladiators, welcome back. I've got the most amazing special guest here with us today. He's just not very good looking because he looks like me. He's he's my younger brother from another mother. I love him terribly. I can't describe how much affection I have for him because he's all heart. Gladiators, I want to introduce you to Ahmed Khaled. Welcome. Did I pronounce your name right?
100%.
Because I do screw up because I'm actually dyslexic and I just about to say the name, I get it wrong. But
you're always right. I do remember first time when we had the first time.
Dariush.
Dariush.
Yeah.
Dariush. Now I'm saying it right, man.
Beautiful. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you for having me in your show. And I keep saying this, you have an amazing energy, inspiration, and influence. Every time I open any post on social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, I got inspired by your energy.
I love you.
Thank you so much.
I love you. Well, it's an honor to have you at the arena. The arena we call live.
I love the vibes, really.
Thank you.
And the team and your energy.
You too, kind.
Wow.
You too, kind. This is all about you now. Okay. Tell us a little about you. I know that you're a budding entrepreneur and you've been working behind the scenes over the last 4 or 5 years, building a tribe. So tell me about your goals, your vision, where you are right now. Fire away.
Thank you. I'll come back long time. So about my my story and how I raised up. I raised up in a lovely family.
By the way, do you mind if I take notes?
Sure.
I don't want to interrupt you, so just fire away.
Not at all. I'm just free.
Yes. I'm not doing a shopping list. Trust me.
So I raised in a very warm family. My father is used to be like a police.
Where?
Egypt.
Egypt,
yes. He used to be like a police officer. He spent all of his time, like 30 years of his life, just serving our country. And my mother, she's a housewife. She spent all of her money and all of her time just pursuing the best education for us. I'm lucky to have one brother and one sister. They are amazing. I'm the eldest, by the way. So we raised in a very warm family. My mother and my father was always trying to push me and push my sister and my brother just to be the best. And fortunately, I would say in Egypt, you have 3 options in education. You have to be either engineer, doctor, or lawyer.
Or failure.
Failure.
Right.
So
Iranians are going to be lawyers, right?
Yeah, this is how the society treats us. So by default, you are trying to move with the tribe because this is the benchmark of success. You need to be either, as I said, an engineer or a doctor or a failure. So we're always pushed away, me and my sister and my brother. My brother, he is also engineer because of this success. And my sister, she is doctor. Yeah.
So you did as mom and dad asked.
This is success.
Yes. Is your father still with us?
Yes.
Wonderful.
He is.
Is he still in the police force? Is he retired?
Retired. That's why.
Okay.
And I say, I do remember just, it's like, I'm counting the days that I was seeing him because he was serving the country.
And when did he finish as a police officer?
Like 10 years back.
Okay, so he did see the troubles, right?
Yeah.
And how did he cope? Were you worried about him?
100%. But as I told you that I can count the days that we were seeing him he was always out just to trying to earn a living, helping us for our education. My mother also was doing the same, helping us to reach to wherever we want.
So it was a very loving family. Did you ever worry about him? Because in Egypt there was troubles and turmoil, and did he ever come home talk about it? What kind of a man is he, character-wise?
The same like me. He's very kind, really. And I would say, sometimes in our society, people, they think kindness, it's weakness, which is not. Sometimes you have to be, if you are kind, you have to be very powerful to be kind. So I would say my father is very kind, very supportive. He dedicated his life for ourselves. He give everything. He's a really giver. So I was wondering sometimes why we as a family, we had like this, because I think it's the genes from us.
And you know, your grandparents, were they the same?
Yeah, same. All
Did
same.
they serve in for the government or the country?
No, my grandparents, my this is what whom I saw. He was a mechanical engineer as well. He was also working with the government. Same, same. Very positive, very kind, supportive, giving.
Did your dad ever come home and talk about his day, or he just kept you away from?
He didn't have time even. I remember that
Really?
during yes the 30 years that he spent. I can just barely remember the times that we were in vacation together. This is on the only time that I say. But normal days, no, because you're serving. I say working like 18 hours per day, coming to sleep and come back.
Constantly exhausted.
Yeah.
What did that teach you about business and life? Because he served, but he wasn't financially successful, right?
Yeah.
What did that teach you?
Look, I'll keep saying that people say that work, you don't need to work hard and you need to work smart. I keep saying no. You need to work hard and work smart and think hard, not just like that. Because people say think smart, right? But you have to work on your mind harder. Sometimes we are just sidetracked by secondary activities all the time, and where we're going, we don't ask ourselves those questions, and it's painful, by the way. Sometimes when you open those questions, and most people in life, when it's better for them to skip it or skip just answering these questions than answering the real one because it will open a lot of pains inside you.
So I want to ask you some tough questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Your dad, if you look back at his life, do you think he could have achieved more by not being a policeman, or did he just accept that and he said that is my life? You know, I find it very difficult that when you have people have full potential, maybe he was so kind, he is so kind and giving that he was satisfied, right? How do you feel when you look back at your dad's life? Do you think he achieved all his goals, or did he have a frustrated life? I want to see, and then that, how did that affect your mindset?
100%.
So
100%, I totally agree. Look, when he retired, I saw the regret in his eyes. Because again, he knows from inside that he had a lot of potential, greatness inside. But he was not able to think in a different way to use it, to serve. But this is
I guess it was his environment, right? It was his environment,
that's right.
opportunities.
Yeah, society itself, the way that we raised up from our parents, it influenced the way we think. That's why I keep saying that once you start shifting your mindset, and again, it's all about the questions, the quality of the questions that we ask ourselves. I saw many people, they have greatness, values, experience inside them, but they're still in the same place. Why? I keep asking myself why. Because they don't use this greatness. They are afraid. They don't want to serve. They don't want to show it.
Ahmed, you're avoiding the question.
Please
tell me about your dad.
Mhm.
Because then what happens? You're taking this, I know, and I'm going to keep digging.
Tough question.
And you know, people get emotional. It's you're all hard, brother, right? I want you to tell me what lessons you learned when you saw regret in your dad's eyes. He can't be that old, is he? How old is he? 60s,
He's
50?
65.
Nothing, he's still young. He really is.
Yeah. If you ask me about how I would say that it affects my life, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like this. I want to leave a legacy.
So at 55, he retired?
Yeah, almost 56.
And then what did he do? Because he's still young.
Stayed at home. Stayed at home.
Wasted.
This is one of the questions that we don't plan ahead. We just move every day by day, and we don't plan. I don't want to live like this. This is nothing to be done with my father.
So his growth stopped at age 55.
Yeah, because the way that he just
moved. He served. 30 years he served.
It's normal.
And I guess the pension's not very good. He's not taken care of.
Totally.
Do they have
blinded away?
Do they have financial worries and stresses and things, or do they still?
I'm telling you, all of the money that my father and my mother
put for your education.
Exactly. And all it was on our education. They want to see us better.
And the three of you are supporting your parents back now, or you try to?
Yeah, definitely. But thanks God, we are in normality. We're very good right now. But my father and my mother, they are the biggest inspiration in my life, definitely. Because without them, I will never be here today and see you even.
Thank you, brother. So, but you're still in employment, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about where, but so there's a sense of security in employment, and there's a sense of insecurity and risk by being self-employed and entrepreneur.
Mhm.
So, how do you see risk? How do you see being an entrepreneur? You know, when is the time for you to break and go, this is it? And I know you're building. When is that time to walk away and say, this is it?
It's a good question.
And I know
Yeah.
you have a young family as well. So.
Yeah. So look, there is nothing right or the best time or the wrong time. It's about our decisions. But I can say I can share one of the formulas that I've aggregated from all of my guests in my podcasts.
Yeah.
So you can do your side hustle while you're doing your job, normal job. And one of the common formulas that I've just thought about it and get it acquired from many of my guests, they said that you can do your side hustle aside. You can build like a customer base acquisition. You can do your side hustle in that. And if you reach to a point where you have a consistent income from your side hustle, like covering 70% from your expenses, this is the first thing that you need to take. Okay. Second one is getting yourself savings that will save you like 1 year at least. 1 year also from your expenses, not just from your income. And when is the right time to strike it? The right time to strike it when I have now this customer acquisition.
And that cushion.
Mm.
And that financial cushion.
Exactly. Exactly. The time when I have in my job, I have a constraint that now the time is my constraint. So I can unlock like 8, 9 hours from my daily job and I can take jump. And think about like this with me, I will be covered almost like 1.5 years with that. If I fully dedicate my mindset or my mind to serve this, I will let it grow. So this
So
is just
what sacrifices? I know you've been kind of doing the side hustle now for about 4 years, right? What sacrifices have you made over the last 4 years?
Time with family, time with friends. I lost a lot of friends, to be honest with you. And it's not just about that. It's about when you start this journey of growth, you will find a lot of people they got repulsion. Maybe it's I don't know, but
Why do you think that?
maybe they're not in the same vibrant the frequency that you'll have.
Do you miss them? I'm not really.
I treat myself and train myself to not regret because I believe that God will replace it by the right people as long as you move.
I say that you're on a hop on, hop off bus. You know these buses that you see, the tour guides.
It is.
And so sometimes they sit with you the whole journey. Some people come and just one stop and hop off again.
100%.
Just bless them, and as long as that journey was enjoyable, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I miss some people, but you know, at the end of the day, I had some friends that I swear to you, I saw every single day for 30 years. Or spoke to them on the phone for 30 years. They haven't contacted me once for the last 15 years I've been in Dubai. I'm thinking, were they really friends?
But do you miss them?
Pardon? You know, I'm thinking 30 years is a long time not to miss them. And I was thinking, was it just bullshit? Was it just my fantasy? They were just using me. What was going on? Because, and also they're English, right? And I'm thinking, is it a mixture of cultures? Because Middle East, it's like we call each other brothers. I'll take a bullet for you, right? Over there, are they thinking, well, he's fucked off to Dubai, so just he's gone. So let's move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I was discussing this with my wife the other day. And when you come to Europe, when you turn age 18, you're expected to leave home, right?
Yeah.
In the Middle East, you're expected to stay until you want to leave, right? And they never leave, right? And also, when they get married, the wives come.
Family
yeah, family is really strong. So maybe it was just because my friends were English, although I was westernized. I don't get it because they just disengaged. They came to our house. My mom cooked for them. We looked after. Didn't they even care if my mom's okay? Because I know, like one of them, his parents had passed. I was really close to them. I sent them flowers. I think I had one letter back, nothing.
I can relate to whatever you say. And It's not easy. I'll be very honest with you. It's not easy just to have this kind of maturity to control your emotions. I know some people in my life. I didn't expect that it would be like that.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't expect.
hurts.
Yeah,
It
it hurts a
hurts,
lot, definitely.
especially if you're a man of passion and love and
100%.
open
Yeah,
heart, right?
yeah. But I trained myself. I trained
Hmm.
myself.
Hmm.
It's not easy, I know, but I trained myself because I always look to the next step. What will be the next step? I know that again, God is replacing other people with the right people. That, like, as I said, you are one of the steps that I've gone, and you push you. I gain some energy, some authenticity, some values from you.
Thank you.
So if this is how we grow, I
Mhm.
believe. So surround yourself with the people, right people. Maybe they were the right people for the old me. It is okay.
Maybe because you moved on and they're jealous. Maybe you
Could be,
highlight something that they don't like about their own lives,
could
right?
be, but I'm not bothered right now.
Wow. You're on
I,
a mission.
yeah, before I was asking myself a lot.
And you have a very beautiful, supportive wife, right?
Yeah, my wife.
She's unbelievable.
My wife, she was one of the reasons that let me ask the right questions in my life.
Tell me,
Seriously, yeah.
tell me.
So when like 4 years back, say, I know from inside that I have experienced great experience and the great values, but I was working like 18 hours, like the same like my
Just
father.
share that.
Exactly. But
I'm probably not getting rewarded for
this is
all
the
the
norm.
effort you put
This
in.
is the norm. This is the norm. So because again, I'm engineer. So I'm focusing too much on the technical stuff, moving the operations, everything. But the side of the communication and where I'm going to, we ignore all this. And you'll see many people, most people in life, they don't
And you work
focus on
for a
this.
large organization, a very large organization, right?
100%. Yeah, yeah, it is.
Did you feel special or you just felt one of the numbers? Did it make you feel special? Did they
Uh,
respect you? Did they value you?
Look, the company itself, it's amazing. But again, people, they shape the company.
Mhm.
You know, I was blessed. A lot of managers and a lot of bosses, they were very good, and a lot of bosses also in
Not
my
so good.
not so good. Definitely, I cannot generalize, but again, it's all about me. How what's the decision that I want, and I said to myself one day when I came back to my wife and I stayed spoke with her. She told me, "Where are you going? Why you don't see me?" And I was just newly married. I was working like 7 days, 18
You
hours
were in another country,
in
right?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi. So
Yes.
it's very difficult for a woman,
She
especially a
was the
Western
home. She
woman.
was on.
Yeah.
We were staying like in a very good compound, but at the end of the day, I'm not
Distant.
there.
Yeah.
I'm always working. Always working. She told me, "Where are you heading to? Where are you going?" And it was very hard questions. And I start to be irritated. Why you ask me like this? I'm here to bring money, blah blah blah, all of this. And my ego started. But once I get calm, after it by 1 week, it was the appraisal, the end of year. So I stayed with my manager and everything was green. KPIs, targets, everything. 18 hours. You're talking about 18 hours.
You give
Definitely.
them more than they expected.
Definitely. So finished everything. I was very excited because I will now show the case that I have done this year, working every day.
And more, yes.
Targets,
Exceeded all their expectations.
done. It's normal. So what happened? Stayed the same table. I finished. Was very excited. Energy very high. And then, thank you.
Yeah.
Then after that, I waited, and he started to speak. Thank you. It's great what you're doing. Like normal, the normal
But
intro. Exactly. This is but you need to listen what's what. But you have a big challenge in your communication skills. Yeah, definitely. And you cannot tell a story. You are always make a conflict between departments. You are not clear about what you're doing. And I was very
true.
devastated. I was, guys, I'm doing 18 hours. I don't see my
Were
wife.
you so happy and motivated then as you are today? Or your character has changed a little bit.
I'll tell you, this was one of the reasons that
The
led
trigger.
me, yes, trigger. And at the same time, when I came back home, I was very frustrated. But I stayed on my sofa and I started to remember the questions that my wife asked me. Where are you going to? And I felt that I'm in that rat race. And it's not about the company, it's not about them, it's about us, how we think. It's all about our decision. And from that day, I started to think, oh, okay, I know from inside, the only one who knows that I have great experience, right? And I have great values. And I was always thinking about this Santa Claus who will come from, on his horses and will give me my lovely dream on a golden plate. Could be this Santa Claus, my manager, the manager of the manager. So was always working to satisfy those people. And it's not working like that. And from that,
Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Santa Claus is us.
It's within.
Is us. This is the only thing.
So were you in personal development 4 years ago? Were you into personal? Were you reading books on personal? By the way, you go to the gym, right? You got to go to the gym to be so stocky, right?
Yes,
so you're disciplined. How often do you go to the gym? Do you watch what you eat?
Now 3 days a week. But before
you push yourself.
Yes,
right?
before even with the 18 hours that I was working, I was going also
to the gym.
Yes.
Wow.
I was doing
so
that.
There's some amount of discipline within you, right?
It's always there when I put something in my
So
mind.
when did you get into personal development?
Yeah.
When?
It was 4 years. This was the beginning when I spoke about
LinkedIn. Back now, if I booked you to come to this podcast 4 years ago, just before your review. By the way, for the listeners and the viewers, Ahmed is extremely high up in an organization. He's not just these little managers. So he's undermining or underselling himself. So I respect you very, very much for that.
Thank you.
So you've been headhunted within the organization to fix countries all over the place. So I want the viewers and the listeners to know you are already a fucking gladiator. You are a champion.
Thank you.
Right? It's just that you felt that you need to have a direction in your life, a different direction where all your values were aligned. Right?
It is about us.
Okay, so what was the first book you read?
You mean from personal development, right? I wouldn't say that it's just one big thing that changed it.
No, what was the first book you read? You know, like, you go, oh, I'll pick that one up, and I remember it. Not that it changed everything. I don't think one book changes everything. I'll tell you what mine was, Think and Grow Rich. That was my book with Napoleon Hill. And I started thinking about meditation. I think about being in silence, solitude. I think about goal setting. It got me thinking. Then there was...
Look, I'll tell you one of the triggers that I've had, Jim Rohn.
Oh, I love that man.
And I was always, when I came back, I started to meditate. I was always listening to his talks and amazing speeches.
Incredible.
And
Stories,
one of the
humor.
His stories, amazing storyteller. So I do remember one of the things that triggers me very hard in my mind when he said, work harder on yourself than you do in your job. Working harder on your job.
His teacher taught him that. Remember?
Yeah.
When he was like 20 or something.
He is Errol Schoff, I do remember. Yes, he's an amazing storyteller. So he said, when you work harder on your job, you make a living. But when you work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. And most people in life, they don't know, they don't even think about
they point
working.
the finger. Yeah. They always point the finger.
I said, how come? How come that it's the same story that I'm living?
Do you know how much he was worth when he died?
No.
How much do you think? Jim Rohn.
10 millions? Could be.
Over $300 million. Can you believe it? Incredible.
Actually, I'm shocked.
Yeah. I think he died early 2000, so 2004 or something like this. He was worth over $300 million. Incredible.
He's amazing.
He taught Tony Robbins. You know Tony Robbins?
Yeah, I know. Can you see his legacy still till now? After many years.
Well, the funny thing is now we've gone live with this. Jim Rohn was always my secret. I wouldn't go around telling everyone about Jim Rohn because they'd go, oh, your stories resemble his. I'm like, okay then. Amazing. And I loved his humor. His humor was amazing. He always made me laugh. And
always, yeah. And
great guy.
I loved the way that he framed everything. Whenever you listen to him for any talk, he has a framework in his storytelling that will not let you even being bored at any time.
Ever.
At all. Storytelling, asking questions to not let you just get bored and then creating conflict. He is amazing. I started even to study him.
Do you know, I love this. I don't know if you remember the story of planting seeds. You
Mm,
plant seeds,
hmm.
and then most people are planting seeds, but then you have to accept the fact that people will come, birds will come and take the seeds away.
Yeah, yeah,
Most people start chasing the birds, right?
yes.
And they have nothing left. So he says you just have to accept in life that people are going to come and destroy your goals or take away some of your dreams, but just keep planting seeds.
This anticipation.
Mm.
If we don't listen to such stories, we'll be always blinded away. This is something that always let us think in a different way. We,
So do you think that okay, we're going to go on this journey of your podcast and
Mhm.
LinkedIn, okay? Because I know you're extremely powerful on LinkedIn. Where do you want to go with this? Where do you want to, let's not talk about when you're going to leave and you're going to start doing
Yeah.
this full time. Where do you want to go with this?
My vision after 2 years, I wanted to inspire 1 million people around the world. And this is what I'm working on. Uh, I want, and my mission is unleashing the human greatness to its utmost potential. I don't want to have to let see any people they have the same agony like I had before. People that they have greatness inside them, great experience, and they're stuck somewhere in their life. I want to help them through my podcast, through stories, inviting in people and my guests sharing their stories. Maybe one story, one thing that changed their mind. This is what happened.
How can you monetize it?
Uh, I see it always from the inbound messages from people. I see a lot of people they're coming inside the LinkedIn and they send me messages. And the greatest thing when you see message screenshot and telling you from this minute to this minute has changed
They
something.
paid attention to that. No, how can you monetize it? How can you make money out of this?
Um, okay, now if you're talking about YouTube
Let's talk about in 2 years, right?
and 2 years,
This
okay,
is the threshold you
mm,
passed, and this is the time to leave and do this full time.
okay,
Money wise,
monetize, okay, monetization.
because people are listening now and viewing, and they don't know. They really don't know how they can monetize
Mm,
their masses, their tribes, their
okay, I
community.
got you. So podcasting, it's good for branding. Okay, it will not let you play this push game. So when you sell something, it will be easy for conversion. So from branding, it's the YouTube building it. But at the back end, what I'm doing, I have my coaching program on LinkedIn,
You
especially.
already have the coaching
Yes, yes,
program.
and I'm almost finished my first ebook, and it's named "Unleash Your LinkedIn." So I'm
I
sharing
love
all
that.
my
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna. Can we discuss that later today? Is it?
yeah, sure, sure.
I like that. Unleash your LinkedIn.
So unleash your
I,
LinkedIn.
I I knew a lady, Dutch. She made a really good living out of teaching people how to maximize LinkedIn. Really good living.
Yeah.
I'm talking about maybe $200,000-300,000 a year.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Yeah, it's all about how you are very conscious about how you can serve others through your products and how you can transform them. And I'm very clear about what I'm doing.
So if I came to you and I said, and this is true actually, Ahmed,
Mm,
I have a really good Instagram account.
mm,
I've got a really good Facebook.
mm.
LinkedIn's poor and so's YouTube. Could you coach me?
100%.
Would can I ask you, do I need Sales Navigator?
No, not at all.
Oh, it's
Not
just
at
a
all.
waste of.
I believe you have amazing already brand, but the way that you position your content it makes big difference because social media platforms it's totally different.
Of course.
Yeah, Instagram,
I should be doing better on Instagram because 90% of what I do is business, right?
even in LinkedIn, you have
Sorry, I beg your pardon. I
LinkedIn.
should be doing better on
Yeah,
LinkedIn
yeah,
because it's more business oriented,
exactly.
but I'm not hitting the numbers. I don't know
It's
why.
it's all about the content strategy. It's what are you fitting? What is the strategy that you want to have? Because for me, let's say in LinkedIn, the best way that you can monetize is through B2B. Okay, even organically. I'm not
Mhm.
saying just you can use ads, but the best way that if you are consistent about the message, if you position yourself with a clear message,
Mhm.
clear targeting, keep doing or keep saying what you're saying. Let's say I'm a guru in sales, right? All my content should be there always. And how
I
to
guess you're
diversify?
right because many people don't know what I do.
this is
I'm
one of
kind
the
of
big.
guiding. They go, "Oh, yeah, you inspire me. I learn," but they don't really know what I do.
This is the biggest thing.
Do you
And
feel that about my stuff?
I know you.
Truthfully.
I know you. I know that you're talking about sales and
And you've been
marketing.
to my courses and
Yeah,
stuff like this.
definitely I know. But if I go out from
You
outside, then
wouldn't be able to
you
tell.
have to position it in a way. And the easiest way I say that your content strategy. If you don't have a content strategy, then it's not just about deploying
Would you help me
content.
with that?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
I'll pay you for it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I do.
And what about sponsorship and stuff like this? Would you get?
No, LinkedIn, it's not. LinkedIn, you don't have any
Yeah, but then
sponsorship.
you could have like a sponsor in the back of your interview, right? Saying, my program is sponsored by."
I believe that these kind of sponsorships, it's not consistent. If you want real consistent sponsorship, but it takes time.
What if because I know you have great viewers,
Mm.
right? What if I paid you something every month
But
to stick my logo behind and say, "This podcast is."
I will ask you. So maybe my audience, target audience, is not your.
Well, they are, because they're into personal development, they're into change. Yes, they're in business.
Then خلاص, come and sponsor my podcast. It will be like that. But look, I have another strategy, okay? Because LinkedIn, again, it's about building an authentic brand. It's the best social media platform that you can target people by company, by position, by country. You will not find it in Facebook. You'll not find it in Instagram.
So have you built your tribe by attracting them, going towards them, liking them? I know the way you contacted me was amazing, just going straight to the heart. And I get approached 20 times, 20, 30 times a day. And I just go delete, ignore, open, ignore. And then I just saw yours and I immediately reply. Is that a trade secret? Is that the way you do it? Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I studied this a lot. I think definitely before I pitch or just send anything, what is in it for you before me? The way that we almost people they pitch, they always, oh, okay, we have the best company, come here, we have this the great product. I don't care. I don't care. What is in it for me?
And do you watch their content for a while before you approach the person?
Definitely, because I'm saying I always segment when I pitch someone. I always segment who is coming and what will be the added value, right? Let's say some guests they are coming, I will get some brand awareness because I know that they will share my content and they have great values. Some guests they are coming, they will come, they will mentor me. They will be like coaches for me. They will help me, but I need to build this rapport with them before just yes. Firstly, some
Has anybody said to you, "Pay me to come on your podcast"?
Not now, not yet. No. Honestly, people even
because your numbers are good, right?
Yeah, it's a law of reciprocity. So again, I'm thinking always before I pitch, even my pitching materials when I pitch on anybody to come on my podcast, I put the story for you, nothing else. One of these strategies is how many views that I have 8 million views on LinkedIn. So you'll be exposed to my views. You will have a teaser, blah, blah, blah. I put all those points that
You don't have to think, they know.
At all. This is the pitching materials, and I show just a showcase. This is my YouTube. Go and check. Do you think when someone just sees something like this, will say no? Really? Even if someone said no, it's okay. What's next?
And you've invested in a beautiful studio. You do it outside work hours. It's beautiful.
It's the development. I loved really podcasting. If you come, you asked me this question like 4 years back. I swear to God, if you asked me to come on this podcast and speak, I will not speak. I'll be terrified. I don't have anything to share with you. I don't have any values. I don't have any story to share it with you. I cannot.
Did you ever have a real, not mine, but did you have a real memorable podcast that you thought, this is gonna go through the roof? Something that, like makes you emotional or shakes you up when you think about it. There was that wow moment.
Lowe's House, if you know him, the School of Greatness. This guy is amazing, and one day, I'm going to invite him in the podcast. He's amazing.
Well, you haven't yet.
Not yet, but he's in USA.
Tell me about one that you have,
Mm,
and it was just so powerful. And you thought, whoa, this is like, maybe this person is, not many people know about him, but
mm,
he's going to be huge. Or a, mom, a moment through your podcast, you thought, this is incredible. You know, sometimes you find a little golden nugget or diamond in the
mm,
rough.
mm.
Is there one that lasts for you? How many interviews do you do a month?
Like I had podcast 2 times per week. I
Wow.
interview people, yeah, 2 times per week.
Wow.
Yeah,
So you're prolific.
yeah,
You're consistent.
consistently, and I have another strategy on that, for especially for YouTube. I can speak about it maybe after, but definitely one of the inspirational podcast when I have it with you. Honestly, I'm not bullshitting and just
Forget me. Forget me.
I'm telling you.
The second one.
Good. Second one, okay. No need to
Because
mention names because I don't
the
want
viewers are sick of it.
yeah.
I'm sick of me. So thank you.
But I don't want to mention names because people maybe
Yeah,
they
just a situation. Well, you can mention it because they're on your podcast.
yeah, I don't because I have a lot of guests, you know. I don't want to
Sure.
these are they're all great,
Just
honestly.
mention
Yeah.
a situation.
I do remember one of my great inspiration as well and coaches before. He was working for a big corporation and left everything. And the way that he positioned his story, it was amazing. That I was shocked that he was planning his life on Excel sheet when he is going to get out of this corporation at which day, which time. He was incredible.
And everything went according to plan.
100%.
And that
he was
resonated with you.
committed.
And that resonated with
Yes,
you, right?
he was committed. He said, I don't care because I know everything's changed. And once you go to that date, okay, can I make another
You negotiate.
savings? Yes, okay. He said, I don't care, I'll do it. And he was planning, investing, savings, reinvesting here and there. He was having a clear plan.
Was he rich?
Yeah, he was.
So he
Now
financially
he's
made it.
even richer.
Yeah, so he made it. He
Yes,
made it successful
yes.
in the
And
coaching.
he was, by the way, he was just not an entrepreneur. He was just saying, I will live my life. I will make like a good plan just for my freedom. I don't want to be too much rich, but I want to live on my savings, what I have, investment, all of this stuff. And then once I move, I want to enjoy my life. And when he went out like 45, when he was 45 years, and he was enjoying the life. So how
Point of inspiration.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
When you think in a normal way, people say, this is crazy, it doesn't make sense. From where you will get money? But nobody has taught us. Nobody has taught us.
So in a way, whilst you're building your tribe, you've been educated, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of those people have become your coaches. They're working with you, they're helping you.
I start to even attract more people, you know, because again, people are resonating with you when you are authentic about your story. And I keep sharing, I'm sharing. I'm not the best, but I'm getting better. This is my
The
aim.
thing is, you can never say you're the best. You know, you look at, I knew David Beckham when he was just starting at United. And even then, everybody knew that when everybody went home, he stayed behind and practiced free kicks 2 hours after. Really, he worked hard. He never thought Ronaldo practiced up longest. These great people. You see Roger Federer just before the final of Wimbledon. He's there 2 hours before hitting the tennis ball. For 20 years, he's hit tennis ball, and he still practices every. Tiger Woods, he's constantly hitting practicing shots all the time. The greatness never stops.
And as you said that I'm the best, it means that you are comparing yourself with someone. Getting better, it means that I'm comparing myself to yesterday, even if it's small delta. I built something new. I don't care. I'm not. I don't want to just dominate. I don't want to be here. I want to feel good every day. Yeah. When I look at myself back, I'm getting better. This is what.
How long have you been married?
8 years.
How long have you known your wife?
10 years.
If she was here and I said, describe your husband to me in 3 words, what would she say? Each word describing a different.
Okay. Now or before?
Now.
Now. A wall, a big wall that you can just rely on. positivity, support.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you moody?
No,
Because you're so up all the time. Do you have downs?
I don't show it. And maybe this is one of the things, but I keep,
Maybe you got that from your dad also, right?
yes, but yeah, definitely we're human. But my downs, I tried to control my emotions. I tried to think in a different way. That's why it's part of our personal development. I wouldn't say that I'm always positive, but I control it. When I'm negative, I control it.
How long does it last? What do you do to control it? You got find your own space. You go by yourself. You
Uh,
go in the room and shout and scream. You hit a punch bag or something. What do you do?
Look, when this idea of negative thoughts start to strike myself, I have this kind of self-awareness. Okay, these negative thoughts are not going to happen. And one of those thoughts I keep always training myself on. I look around myself, around the nature, and I look, it's amazing tree, and this is beautiful garden.
Nature.
Yes, I close eyes, still be in the moment. Because when you reflect, why this negative thoughts is coming, it's from our past. You worried about the past, and you also worried about the future, and you start this projection. So I keep myself, this is the real moment that I have. It's the present. What will happen? What's the worst thing that will happen? I don't care. I will make it. It's not all the time like this, but at least I have something in my mind that I can control it. This is one of
Do
the
you want children?
definitely, yeah.
How many?
No, I don't have, but
How many do you want?
I want twins.
Okay. And what kind of a dad are you going to be?
Um, I'll be very free with them. I will never, ever push them to be successful on something
Like you want them.
that I will not. Let them just define their success. This is what I want them. I will not push them. If they like piano, if he wants to be piano, playing piano, if she wants to play ballet, I will let them do whatever they want. I will not push them because I believe in passion.
And also, you know, they say in Peter Pan was only the child that never grew up,
Grow up,
right?
yeah.
And it's sad yet beautiful to see children all grow up, right?
Mm,
And then you don't want to be an adult like me and have regrets and then have a good childhood.
yeah.
You only get one freaking childhood. Just live it free. Stop worrying about your exams. What are you going to be when you get older? These stupid questions people ask, right?
Yeah. But when you reflect back, we were influenced, and our thoughts were influenced by the way we raised up, right?
Absolutely.
This one of the which is good when you start to reflect that you want to have a better life for your children than what you have. That's why we are here.
How many languages do you speak?
English and Arabic, and
Where,
now
where did you
almost.
learn English?
This is one of the most funny story. It's in Egypt. If I give you like quick story on this.
Please,
Okay.
right quick.
Yeah.
Take it.
So in our university we study by English. We write English, everything good. But when we start to speak, there is no connection between the mind and the tongue. So
You
I
need practice.
yeah, because we don't. You write, you take your
Correct.
time, you erase it. It's okay. And when I graduated from my university, um, most of the companies, multinational companies that I want to join, you have all the interviews in English, right? And it was frustrated when you go inside and people just introduce yourself. I am
I can write it.
Ahmed Khaled.
Ahmed
Yes,
can write it.
I
Yes.
came from here, and you stop that. You cannot speak. I know I wanted to. I have something inside. I cannot say it.
Express it.
Cannot express it at all. So I started to take courses because this is one of the personal development definitely uh, to improve my English. And after 4 months, 5 months, I joined one of the best multinational companies. After
Because
that,
of that.
because of that, this is
Are you a proud Egyptian?
100%.
What do you love about your country?
I love everything. I love people. I love. Um, Look, one of the with all the challenges that we faced, you go there in Egypt, in each city, you see people who are smiling with all the challenges, all the
While
adversity.
they rob you.
It
Where they,
depends.
where they pickpocket you.
It
I'm
depends,
just joking.
but really, seriously, people even if they want something from you, they are always smiling. This is what I love in our people. Uh,
What about your history, your tradition? What do you think?
uh, I'm not a big fan, honestly, about the history.
Really?
No, not at all. To be
I would have
honest,
thought being Egyptian, be like, well,
that was just
Iranians are like that. The
patriarchy,
Persian
but
Empire, 2,500 years ago.
you know,
Egyptians don't talk about before.
pyramids,
Yeah,
pyramids. Definitely,
foundation of
but I was
humanity.
I was not, into history or
But you've been to
geography.
the pyramids, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Just two times, if I can count to Egypt.
You lived in Cairo,
Yes, it's in
big
Cairo.
city.
It is traffic. Traffic. It's unbelievable now, right now. Yeah.
Where's that place called? Babel Sheikh, Sheikh something?
Sharm el-Sheikh.
Sharm Sheikh.
Sharm el-Sheikh.
Yeah,
It's
is that a nice
Red
place?
Sea.
Yeah.
Wow. But there are a lot of good places there.
Mhm.
You have Hurghada. You have Mars Alam. Mars
Do you
Alam,
go,
it's
do you
like
go back?
Maldives.
Do you go back?
Some mostly 1 year I haven't been there.
Parents come here more often
Yeah.
than you.
Yes.
They like it?
They love Dubai.
Do you
They
like
adore it.
Dubai?
One of the best cities in the world.
Why? Our viewers mostly they've never been to Dubai.
The vibes, the energy, and the opportunities. And one of those thoughts, it's how the country, how they encourage the entrepreneurship and the networking and the power. It's amazing country. Most
Why do
people
you
are,
think that is?
because I see it.
No, why do you think they've become like that?
I believe because of openness, uh, the vision
From the
from,
leader.
yeah, it's about leadership, definitely. Uh, I see that really UAE, it's my second home.
UAE is my first home. Can you believe it? I'm
Really?
Iranian, lived in England, never felt like home. Here feels like home. It's the only country I can always envisage that I'm treated like equal.
It's amazing.
Obviously, unless there's a traffic incident and a local crashes to you, you're in
If
this.
you want to see, go
Yeah.
to go Cairo, in the norm of like 5 p.m. You will understand what's traffic.
Mhm.
No, you don't see traffic. You don't see
This infrastructure here is incredible, isn't it?
the infrastructure and the organizing. Everything is well organized. Everything is
Do
easy.
you know what's incredible? There's seven emirates in a very small country, and they're massively different. There's traffic in Abu Dhabi, traffic in Sharjah, and then you come to Dubai. The infrastructure is amazing. The leadership.
Beautiful.
I get nosebleed when I go to Abu Dhabi and Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah. And then we come to Dubai. I don't even go past forget Clock Tower. World Trade Center roundabout. That's as far as I go. The only time I go past, I'm going to the airport. But from here to the airport is like 40 kilometers, I think.
Mhm.
Not one single traffic light. It's incredible.
Yeah.
The infrastructure. How the hell did they build it all?
I love the diversity even here.
And the airport, which is in the middle of the city.
Mhm.
And you arrive, there's no waiting. The other day, it took me from getting off the plane to getting into the taxi 9 minutes.
Oh God. Oh God.
I land in Manchester,
Mhm.
European country, right? It takes me 9 minutes to get off the plane.
How long?
9 minutes to just get
Oh
out
my
of the plane.
God.
They can't even get their steps there on time. Then I arrive, everything's grey.
Mhm.
Grey people,
Oh,
grey weather, grey carpets, grey walls, grey.
no, sir.
Yeah, bright lights. I used to think Vegas was amazing.
Mhm.
Now when I go to Vegas, Vegas feels like a 2-star place because the
If you
standards
compare,
here are so high.
I have never been, but I am saying that this city, this country has something right. Really, there's something, it goes inside. Yeah,
Inspires you,
it
doesn't
goes
it?
inside your heart. Uh, I I was I wa- this country, I left it and I went to another country, and I was dreaming to come back. My dream came true because I love
And
this.
your wife's got the freedom, right?
100%.
She can dress how she likes, go wherever she wants. She's not in a.
Here you can do whatever. Again, if you are very religious, you will find. If you find mosque, you find church. If you want to do whatever you want, if you're drinking, you will find. If you are alcohol, you will find.
Your
It's
wife
open.
doesn't work though, does she? She
No,
doesn't work.
no.
Okay. So have you asked her the question?
Which one? Which question?
Where is your life going? Or you don't dare.
She is now,
She will chop your what's it off. She
yeah.
asks
No,
stupid question.
she is now. She is studying psychology,
Okay.
and she wants to be a coach.
Oh,
She's
not
very,
another one.
yeah. It is.
No, it can't be two in the same house. You'll be coaching each other. You're
I
killing each other,
love
man.
this. This is our journey now. It's
So do
amazing.
you think because of the path you've taken?
She got inspired.
Uh-huh.
She got inspired. Yeah.
Do you know one of the worst things I get coaches? You know, years ago, you were social media people,
Mhm.
right? You didn't have anything. You became a social media manager, right? Content writer. Now I'm a coach. And I get approached by coaches and I say, why should I use you as a coach? Do you know what's the most common thing people say?
Well,
I fixed myself.
as easy as this.
I fixed myself so I can fix you. I said, maybe I don't need fixing, right? Maybe I'm not broken biscuit like you are. Yeah. And I say, then the next question I ask is, well, how much did you earn last year? And they get insulted. So you have a challenge about talking money. Obviously, you didn't earn anything. Who are you going to coach me? I want my coach to be have the right values, right? But be super rich and successful because I can learn something. Honestly, you know, I'm sure it's the same with you. I'm going away of summer, so I'm not going to do any more podcasts and interviews. And I've got very rich acquaintances. I don't have any friends. And it's amazing when you're sitting in front of very successful people that you're interviewing. Suddenly you're learning and the numbers. You know, I look in my bank account and I think, yeah, okay, I'm doing okay. And then you still sit next to somebody who made $100 million last year. And you think, I'm not doing so okay. You know, and this guy's 20 years younger than me, so I should be doing better. I feel the goalpost keeps moving the more successful people I meet. And I realize, not in a bad way, I'm blessed, humbled, but I realize how much better we could always do.
This is the human potential. Because as you said, if we reach to a level and say that we stopped, we never grow.
You die.
We never grow. We never
You
grow.
die. You die.
It's a journey. It's a journey. That's why your goals, your vision is always time by time
Are you
change.
prepared for the amount of uncertainty you're going to get when you quit?
It's
Are you
about
going to be like,
yeah, I totally understand this. It's not easy. Definitely, it's not easy.
life's not easy?
Yeah,
Who
100%.
said life was easy?
No,
You know, I hate it. I phone people and say, how's it going? Oh, it's hard. I'm like, hello.
this is life.
Yeah.
This is
It's not
life.
Christmas every day, you friggin' idiot. Wake up in the morning and pray for big problems, and you never get let down.
And this is
You
also
never get
remind
disappointed.
me by Jim Rohn. He said also, don't wish it was easy, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills.
Wow. To
So
overcome those
yeah,
problems.
it's not life will be always problems. It's about life is always full with uncertainties, but leaders are always come and step into the situation and bring this uncertainty to certainty. This is how we think, and this is again, it's part from our growth. Are you willing to do this? Because you will never grow unless you put yourself under stress. We're ready.
I'm looking at you now. Do you know what I'm thinking?
What?
Why are his teeth so perfect? Have you had them done or something?
Before maybe like 4 months.
You've had veneers?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
you cheeky monkey.
It was
They're bloody perfect. I'm thinking of having veneers done. They cost their
it's amazing.
You know what I don't want to do?
What?
When they grind your existing teeth to stumps, don't they?
No need. No.
No, they just plastered these
Yes,
on top of your
exactly with glue and stayed like 10 years. Yes.
10 years.
Yeah, it's lovely.
When they take the glue off, does the tooth come off with the glue
Totally. We'll go down and you'll see the yellow one.
underneath?
Yeah. But this it's just sticking. They stick the
And you get no gum disease, no nothing from it.
No. I've never experienced this, but they treat you very well. You have like 3 sessions before them. It moves very
How
well.
long did it take to have these done?
2 weeks.
Bloody good job.
2 weeks. It's lovely. I can
How
tell you,
how
and
much did
maybe
it
we
cost?
can
How
give
much
them
did
a
it cost?
promotion.
How much did it cost?
5,000 dirhams, but it was at a good
Nothing.
discount. Yeah.
Where?
Normally
Where'd you
it's it's Heaven by 7.
go? Heaven by 7.
Heaven by 7.
I wouldn't
We
trust them
promote
with
them.
that
We
name.
promote them. Yeah.
Heaven by 7.
Heaven by 7.
Please tell me they're on this side of World Trade Center roundabout.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
they're on the other side. I got a
No,
nosebleed.
no. It's in, I think it was in Jumeirah.
Oh, so it's on this side. So I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Jumeirah is good, yeah.
It
I
will,
can
you'll love
handle
it. You'll love
Jumeirah,
it.
yeah.
Imagine
Heaven by
your
7.
white teeth. It will be No.
Yeah, I've noticed mine. The other day I was looking and my wife took a picture. I'm like, oh my God, I've got some vegetation in my teeth. I said, oh, how could you take a picture? I've got vegetation, you're like a black hole. She goes,
Why?
it's not vegetation, it's a hole. I said, are you kidding me? She goes, no, you've had it for years.
No
And she's
way. I don't see
zoomed
it.
in somewhere along there. I got a fang or something. I
No, but
can't.
I don't see
Yeah,
it. But can you imagine if it's the white veneer? Totally different.
yeah, it's time to get things
Yeah.
fixed. Time to get things. Has your wife had it done as well?
Yeah,
Of
definitely.
course, you can't have it done and she's not had it done. Yeah.
Sure. It's one promotion quickly for all
I
of us.
shall be in touch with them. Okay.
You know.
Because I just didn't want to grab it. And I'm like fangs, and then they stuck these things on. I'm okay. Quality is good, but it's turning yellow.
And by the way, you can choose the
Painful. Is it
shape.
painful?
No, not
No
at
pain.
all. No. You can choose the shape of your teeth. Maybe you have
No, I like having them straight. I don't want
they will
wolf
make it.
teeth and stuff like
They
this.
will do amazing one. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I will go because I've been thinking about it. I'm looking at yours. I get freaking perfect.
Can you see? Maybe because even with the beard, because the beard it's very black.
Dark.
Yeah.
No, they are.
When I remove my beard, it will not be like obvious like now. Yeah, it is.
See, I just learned something new.
Yeah.
Tell me 5 lessons, if you don't mind, about somebody who has no presence on LinkedIn. 5 lessons you can teach them, if 5 is okay,
Yeah.
on to have a solid LinkedIn profile. I know you have millions, right? So we don't go for millions. Let's say for tens of thousands. Yes.
Okay.
What are those 5 skills required?
Okay.
And I'll take notes for free.
For sure. For sure. So, one, start. First thing, start. Many people
Stop overthinking.
don't think too much,
Action.
yes, because at the beginning you'll think I don't have anything, right? I have nothing to provide. I don't have experience. I don't know how to write. I don't know how to be in front of the camera. I don't know how to speak. All of this stuff. Start. Just put whatever you want. But before starting, to save agony on yourself, because I don't want you just to move starting without a direction. So first thing that you need to know to speak to yourself, how do you want people to perceive you? What is that person that you want always people to think about you? If I want people to think about me a personal development, خلاص. I want people to think about me coaching.
What's your brand?
Yes, it's like brand, part from your brand equity and the brand story. So this is the first thing. So don't
That's
think
the second. Action, brand.
Yeah, brand.
I'm helping you here.
Yeah. Third, I would say have a content strategy. Okay. So what do I mean by content?
What are you going to talk about?
Yeah. And even versus your time, because not all people they have the availability to post every day. Not all people they have the capacity
How often
to
do you
speak.
post
Yes.
every day?
Yes.
You post every day.
I post every day. Sometimes I post 2 times per
I
day.
noticed when you posted one of our interviews, you personally had written loads of things.
This is one of the tricks.
What is that? What is that?
It's one of the hacks that you could have.
I'll explain. What I noticed was like we had straight away 15 comments, and 10 of them were you.
Yes.
You posted like excited, positive.
You observe a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which is good. I'll tell you why. So one of the hacks of the algorithm for LinkedIn is during the first 30 minutes, if there is the amount of likes, if you see like an increasing amount of likes and the comments, it's there, then the LinkedIn will expose more people to see your post. You'll see the visibility. So one of these hacks, just I share my values. I put it comment. So I play in the other way with the algorithm that there is a comments. It's working like that. If you also see it from the other way, I have like 8 pages. When I start, I always like, because this will expose you to more people. Whoever they followed my page and whoever just because once
and also nobody wants to be the first, right? When they see somebody else liking, they want to be, yeah.
Exactly. It's working like that. So there is definitely a lot of algorithms inside the inputs, a lot of inputs.
Do you follow people every day? Do you like hunt for 10 a day, 100 a day?
No. Now I reach to a point. I'm very selective. I'll tell you, on LinkedIn, you have maximum of 30,000 connection as a first connection.
Really?
Yes. After that, you cannot get any people. What's the difference?
People have like 300,000, 1 million.
100%. I say that. What's first connection? First connection is the people that you can look at their content and you can engage with their content. They can uh, just appear in your feeds, in the feeds that you have. This the maximum you could have 30,000. But after 30,000, you will not be able to allow people to connect with you. They will follow you. So it automatically they did disconnect button. It will change it to follow. Definitely, you cannot. And if you want some person to come into your network, you have to remove another one. Yes, you have to remove another one. So you have. That's why it's very you should be very selective for people who will be in your first connection. Don't just accept.
I just accept anyone. I just think I'm going to hit that 30,000 as soon as possible.
It will come again, but I'm saying you don't need to regret on the after. Why? Because once the right audience, your first connection, the message is resonating with them, you will grow after viral
fast.
Yes, and very, very fast.
You've hit 30, right?
Yes. But now I have like 20,000 first connection. I have 10,000 spare, and I have 82,000 as a following, as a total. Yeah.
You can have both.
Yes, but you have again. I turned off my connect button at 20,000.
Wow.
After that, all the 60,000 that I have them, it's following. They see me.
I noticed like there's tabs for article, this.
Yes. So you have many types of content. Okay, you have the normal post, which is you can put like
daily
words.
messages.
Yes, words. You have picture. You can upload picture. You have a video. You have article where you can put like you can write article, which is the
like
good
blogs.
thing. Yes, blogs. And the good thing about this that you can be having SEO. So people, when they just search about something around your niche, you will be appearing. So it's amazing for LinkedIn. SEO, it's there. And the beauty really is strategy when you have a newsletter. What's the difference between newsletter and the article? When you create a newsletter, all of your connection, let's assume that I have 5,000
they all get the message.
That's why if you maybe you will receive this message, you'll see some people that they send you newsletter, yes or no, right? They use it either whether you accept it or no. Yes. It's one time. So every time you create a newsletter, any new followers they're coming, it will come to them once you accept. Yes. The good thing about this,
if you post, not everybody gets to see
exactly. You are just a slave under the algorithm. But this the
so if you have 20,000 followers, 20,000 first contacts, not necessarily every one of them sees your post.
100% no, not at all. Just I have 82,000, right? The normal posts, it like from 10,000 to 15,000.
So you write newsletters and articles.
Yes, different. Again, the good thing about the newsletter, you will be very target oriented. People who will accept your newsletter, you know that your message is resonating with them. So let's say that you have 5,000. Right? You will send it to them like newsletter. You create the first newsletter. 2,000 they accepted, other rejected, or just ignore it. The 2,000, the second newsletter that you will write it will go directly to the 2,000 and it will notify them quickly. And you'll see
they're disciples
quickly. Yes. And this is
your funnel. That's your funnel.
Yeah. It could be a funnel. It's somehow like your asset. Like if you have like email marketing, it's somehow like this, but under LinkedIn, you're sure 100% those people, once you just post your newsletter, it will come directly to them.
Action, brand, content, article, newsletter, consistency.
Yes, consistency and persistency. I keep saying, many people think that once they post one time, I will go viral.
That was a really good post. I'll wait for it to go.
Yeah, it will never work like that.
No matter how good it is.
It will never work like that. It takes time. Each algorithm has something in the back end. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone can post it. No, it takes time. And the platform needs to understand that you are a creator. You're not
how much consistency do you need for a period of time?
Again, it's not about, it's about the strategy. Again, how you are building your network and those people. I'll give you an example. I saw people, they have millions of followers and their engagement is shut. by the meaning. And I saw people that they have like 2,000 followers, and you say, oh, 1,000, 2,000 likes.
Yeah, I've seen.
Why? Why? Because they have a very qualitative network. Their message is always resonating with them when they create this. It's not just about, the following. It's about the values that you, because again, LinkedIn is promoting the message and the values that you're getting. It first connection, people, if they react with it, it will come to them. If I have sales, let's say sales, I put something around sales, people start like you will see the exponential just visibility on LinkedIn. So it's about how you are building your
What is your
network.
goal with LinkedIn? The millions? A million?
Um,
You said you
again,
want to touch a million people.
yes. Right now, for LinkedIn, I want to coach people, leaders, especially on corporate, because I had the same experience, to position them as a thought leader, and where they can attract the opportunities, where they can attract all the right people in their life, where they can attract many chances in corporation. They can open this. They just need to understand the strategy and how they can position themselves, and everything will follow. This is what I think. Now we are 5, or you want more?
6. Give me one more.
One more.
There were 6 A and Bs as well. So they got a lot more.
So
Good for time, yes.
yeah.
Can you believe it's 7:45?
Oh my God,
Amazing. Wonderful.
this
Continue.
is beautiful.
Mm.
I spoke about being persistent and consistent. Always keep positivity. Always be positive. About tomorrow will be better.
What about poking? You know, people say like be controversial. Trigger, piss people off to get engagement.
There are a lot of strategies in that.
Mhm.
Lot of hooks that many strategies in that. It could be working, because as you said, maybe when I put just something that is very
Controversial.
controversial, and also maybe I just trigger something in people's mind, it will, people will start click on see more, right? And this is also part from algorithm.
Correct.
Then when they put see more,
See more.
see
Get
more,
more
this
engagement.
is something also. Don't think why LinkedIn can't show the whole post, right? And then this picture,
Wow.
see more, it means that there is something. People, when they click,
An interest.
yes, click, then it means.
Do you have haters?
Definitely we have, yeah, but I now,
Even you has a hater.
yeah,
What the hell?
yeah, normal. I know many people, they just track what's my grammatical mistakes that maybe I write. Maybe when I speak something wrong, they come and catch and correct. Who are you? What do you think about that? Now I
You don't give it
care at all.
You focus on the 99% who love it. Yeah.
This is what
Do you block them? No.
Not at all. Not at all. I just keep them.
Show them for
Maybe I'll inspire him or her after to change. I don't. But if it's something very rude, I delete the comment.
Of course. No, I block.
Yeah, I delete
If
comments.
it's personal and stuff like this. So.
Yeah, I ignore. But I don't drain my energy. Before I was, why he's saying like this? What happened? No, stopped. And I don't know, but it's part from maturity, you know.
What about other platforms? Are you on other platforms as well? Or?
YouTube, now TikTok, but still I'm growing on it. It's still
What's your TikTok?
It's I spoke about also my podcast, but it's short.
How many followers do you have? How long?
Not too much, like 300 followers.
Okay.
Just because I started like
I don't get TikTok. I had 3 videos. One's got 670,000 views, 600,000 views. Another one 310,000, and the rest are hundreds.
I'm trying also to understand that because it has also.
Somehow I've got 39,000 followers, and I'm following one person. I have no idea.
It's totally different. I think each platform has algorithm and content different. People, when they go to YouTube, they want to consume a valuable content. Maybe they can stay.
How many subscribers do you have
on YouTube? Right now, like 2 months back, I had like 1,000 subscriber for 4 years, building this 4 years. In 2 months, now I'm 5,000. I gained like 4,000.
How?
This is from the podcast itself. I have another strategy. I tried to take the people from LinkedIn, I bring them to my YouTube. So I create some teasers, and then I
And then
tell
link
them
to
if
your
yes,
YouTube. Wow,
call
it's
to
working.
action as I
And they become a subscriber.
yes, it's working.
How many piece of content do you? How many videos do you have on your YouTube channel?
Now I have 28 episodes
Wow.
consistently, and this is one of the things that I wanted to tell you. Look, for YouTube, this is as per my experience. You could have like 1 hour, like what we have right now, which is good, and you deploy it for YouTube, right? But YouTube uh, promote and their algorithm. This is as per my experience. You can get this episode, you can cut it into 4 parts. Each, let's say, like
You
15
were
minutes, 15
discussing a
minutes, 15
snippet.
minutes,
Yeah,
15 minutes.
yeah.
And instead of just uploading it on a YouTube 1 time per week, you can upload it like 4 times with different 4 thumbnails with different values. So YouTube will understand, okay, you are content creator, you are content creator. Along with that, one of the best strategies, and also I'm trying to study it, is creating as much as you can from YouTube Shorts. What's YouTube Shorts? It's 1 minute, maximum 1 minute. If you exceed 1 minute, YouTube will not allow it.
I have 2,500 of those because I've used them for Instagram.
This is lovely,
So I
but
can take them and
you
put it
have to
into.
be consistent about it. Minimum 2 times per day. 2 times per day, 2 shorts per day. You have
Easy.
amazing content, right?
All of them are less than a minute.
Repurpose it. And especially for your podcast, people love podcasting. This is what I understand. Some of the things, some great values, put it, it will go viral.
Are you, in regards to people you interview, are you going for big fish like in America, or do you rather sit face to face? I'm talking about big fish like, I don't know, top billionaire businessman runs this PLC company, whatever. Are you approaching them, or you rather sit in your studio?
I don't know if it's working like that. If it's worth it, I can fly over even. But I love to interview people face to face. I love to connect with people face to face. I tried like the live one, which is
Zoom.
online. I don't
like it.
I don't feel it. Can you see the energy?
I'm interviewing 3 big movers and shakers, and they're on Zoom, and I'm not looking forward to it because you can't monitor the body language and the quality of cameras. Yeah,
the energy, the connection that we have. When I look at your eyes, the mind, it's amazing.
Teeth.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of the parts, for sure.
Brother, I love you, man.
Same, I swear. You are the best. And again, you triggered a lot when I was in Arena and the Gladiator Master. You triggered something inside me because of your energy. Really, you're an inspiration.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming. Thank you for paying to come.
Keep inspiring us, really. Keep motivating. You leave really what I remember when you said you're living your legacy. Really, you're living it.
Imagine what your legacy is going to be like because you're so damn young. I started late. So.
Maybe it's one of the reasons I said that you changed a lot of things and a lot of thoughts in my mind when I attended your.
You know, we had 150 people there. And every time this is like a kiss ass podcast. We're kissing each other's asses, right? I was just so happy that you were there.
Thank you.
I was so happy that you were there. Your energy, your smile, your teeth. I'm not going to let go. Your beautiful hairstyle. And, you know, you were inspiring the people, the teams around you. So I really.
Thank you.
And one of the things that people came to me was, the reason I'm going to this, people used to come to me and say, I love your energy. And I don't know what they were talking about. And then I thought, but everywhere I went, people were saying, I love your energy. I thought maybe that's my gift, right? Because I actually really like you, love people, and I want to connect. Now, I'm an introvert. I don't go socializing, looking for friends, right? But when I'm out there, I'm engaging with people I try to be in the most positive way. And I felt the same with you. I think that's why we connected very well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I keep saying, really, you can fit at anything. Seriously, it's not just marketing and the sales. You can fit at anything. It's about the energy that you have.
It is.
Yeah.
People think, can I do business? Can I want
exactly
this person back in my office? Is it influenced me in a positive way? Is this conversation going somewhere in a good direction? How many people you sit down and they talk negative and it's draining? Yeah. And the prospect's thinking, I don't want you back in my office. They smile, but the dialogue says, I don't want you back in my office. And they find every reason, they don't tell you the truth, but they find every reason not to invite you back.
Yeah, agreed with you, really. Really, thank you so much for having me today. Maybe I didn't say it, but this is the first podcast that I'm invited to and share my story. So really, I appreciate it.
We haven't even, you avoided it at the beginning. I'm going to interview you again. I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to bring a box of tissues. We actually had somebody cry today. So there's the tissues. Next time I have it there, I'm going to dig deep.
Thank you.
I honor your mom and dad for
Thank you.
having the most amazing son like you.
Thank you.
I would love to meet them and I congratulate them because they must be amazing for you to be amazing.
Thank you so much. Really.
God bless you. And
Thank
I look forward to meeting your wife.
We will. We will.
Yeah, I
Very
heard
soon.
so much about her. Please give her my regards.
Sure.
And thank you for being patient. It's 8 o'clock at night. You're still
It's
not
I
home.
didn't feel the time even.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, brother. I salute you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, I salute you. Take care.